All right, Pamela, as a mother, Melody Mendez has a story for you.
Yes.
Yes.
You.
To all the moms out there, the parents out there, spoiling kids, she says, by showering them with all the toys. Well, it's often the joy of every grandparent out there and certainly the hope of every child. But Melody Mendez, it is also the tightrope that every parent is forced to walk during the holiday season.
It is. And I'm there. I'm smack on the tightrope, Colton. Gifts are a huge part of the holidays, right? But how much is too much? Is there a line, and where is that line? I didn't have any answers, so I went to an expert to get some.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's always been about. Gifts. Gifts. Gifts.
Turns out the Grinch was right about this.
The holidays have been so commercialized by...
And Dr. Jean Beresin, director of the Clay Center for Young Healthy Minds at Mass General, says there's a lot of pressure to buy more, and that's a problem.
Is there a reasonable number of gifts to give a child?
As few as possible that are meaningful. See, when kids are inundated with a tsunami of gifts, which is often what happens, they get overwhelmed, they lose their value.
So if you have loved ones that want to shower your kids with endless presents, start with a frank conversation. Be clear and set limits. 1 or 2 gifts, tops.
When you give one special gift and it's tailored to knowing who the child is and what they really love and what they really treasure is super important.
And if they want to give more, suggest they pair it with a personal experience.
Getting gifts isn't as meaningful as other kinds of gifts that are non-material, like spending time together, like playing games, watching movies, looking at old photographs.
Even though you can't pile those under a tree, their value can be far greater. So the doctor says, talk to your family about the gift-giving culture you want to foster and what's more important to you.
Helping them see that the material gifts are not necessarily going to create greater love and attachment, but actually the time spent together is.
And to all, a good night. Don't come too close.
Okay, so Dr. Beresin admits this is a difficult conversation to have with your relatives, right? And I've been there. It is. But it's one worth having. And he says, remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. In other words, you can't change the culture of your family in just one holiday or after just one conversation. The key is keeping those lines of communication open and reiterating the point with your loved ones.
Nana's going to do what Nana's going to do, all right?
And then there's that.